We gaze upon the sky, awakened by the thunderous rhythm of our calling. We sing spirited songs of gratefulness to our holy Maker who imprinted a footpath bearing our vision. Our seedlings are blooming amid our Creator's saturating, sturdy foundation. Our crops are blessed by the seasoning sun, generating our fields with stocks of overflowing harvest. Dancing moccasins encompass our prayer, encircling our tribal feast as we savor our now completed journey. Bringing forth ornately beaded celebrations, dressed gloriously for ceremony. Wado Edoda, thank you, Father. Nazgi Winigasta, amen. Woo.
This is also a time to acknowledge and thank those that have given you unwavering support during your journey to obtain your master's or doctoral degree. This degree is to be celebrated by those that have supported you through over 1,800 internship hours, countless papers, group projects, and very late study nights. Please join me in thanking your spouses, your partners, your parents, your children, your grandparents, and everyone who has helped you to get to this day. This is a day of celebration, reflection, motivation, and gratitude. We're privileged to be celebrating this momentous occasion with all of you. You have continually inspired us with your spirit, intelligence, optimism, and your desire to make an impact on this world. We are excited to be witnesses to what you will achieve in the future. And without further delay, we will begin our ceremony. I would like to introduce the representative of the class of 2013 and our speaker, Caitlin Partika.
Congratulations to the class of 2013. Congratulations also to the many friends, family members, and supporters we have in the audience with us today. I'm sure many of us owe a huge thanks, and maybe even an apology, for things you may have endured during our graduate school journey. Dr. Albert Schweitzer, a personal role model and crusader for health and social justice, once said, "I decided that I would make my life my argument." To me, Dr. Schweitzer's words mean having your life's work and interactions best reflect your values and passions. I joined the social work program because I feel that this profession does this best. Social work is all-encompassing. We have macros and clinicals taking on the great social issues of our time. During our careers, we will fight stereotypes, like rescuer, or those people who take our kids away. And for us macros, we will forever be explaining just what exactly macro social work is. While the dean has not allotted me a Q&A session to explain to those new to macro work, I expect my macro peers to use their newly acquired advocacy training to help me in spreading the word. So much of what we are here to celebrate today is a move forward. Many of us are looking forward to new jobs or looking for new jobs, and there's a lot of excitement about what comes next. While I urge everyone to share in this excitement about the future, I also think part of today is a reflection of how we got here and how we have made our lives our argument up to this point. So how were you drawn to the social work profession? What brought you here to the GSSW? I think I can guess a few reasons that may not have. You probably didn't apply to the GSSW because you can't get enough of the beeline on the T, or to enjoy membership at our world-class Boston College Fitness Center that thinks air conditioning in New England is optional on a day like today. You might have even You probably were not drawn to BC anticipating the giant staircase you would climb to class every single day, which some of you might have enjoyed today, as well as our guests. You might have even barely made it through the course registration process to get here today, basically coding in your classes while simultaneously calling and emailing Liz Cinquino in a panic. Sorry, Liz, we've all been there. And despite all of this, we're all here today. I'm a third-generation social worker. Both my parents are school social workers, and it's worth mentioning to Dean Gadenzi when he arrives. They went to Washington University. So I have a family feud stake in making BC the top social work program in the country. While I tried to avoid at all costs the family legacy that my grandmother and parents began in social work, I came because I think social work is transformational. I know that social workers are game changers. I came because I do not want the social injustices of our time to be the social injustices of our children's time. I came because I want to live a life compliant with my values and passions and to empower others to be able to make their lives their arguments as well. We have entered, while I'm not sure of all the reasons that you decided to become a social worker, I'm confident that many of you have also felt drawn to some of these same ideals. We have entered what we know can be a challenging and emotional career. Take care of yourselves, but also try to always keep close the reasons you chose this work and the optimism and maybe even idealism you entered graduate school with. Hold on to what's left of it today after these few years. I think there's a reason that Dr. Schweitzer didn't say, "I will make today my argument," and why he also didn't say, "I will make my life my argument starting tomorrow." We have a full career as social workers ahead of us, and if we strive more often than not to make our lives our arguments, we will get there. In preparation for this speech, I actually reopened my personal statement for the BC application to look at what drew me here. At the time I wrote, in applying to Boston College, it is my fellow students, as much as the faculty, which influences my decision to be a part of this learning community. The learning community here at the GSSW has exceeded my initial hopes and excitement. I have found students who also like to spend their time off watching documentaries and who enjoy reading nonfiction on the beach. I have found students who aren't afraid to ask the tough questions and who embrace the search for the answers. To the family and friends and faculty mentors here today, thank you so much for sharing this journey and celebration with us. To my fellow graduates, you are a talented crew of social workers, and I'm so humbled to be in your company. Class of 2013, congratulations. May you make your life your argument. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Dean Alberto Gadenzi. Thank you for running up from Conti Forum today. As we all know, it's very hot. So I can give a warm welcome.
I've been in better shape than today. I mean, I was lucky that I was sitting in the shadow, but running up the stairs was not easy. But I'm here and I'm delighted to be here. There's no day in the academic year that you see more happy faces than this one here. So good afternoon, and in the name of all present, it gives me, of course, great pleasure to congratulate the class of 2013, 215 new Masters of Social Work, and 8 new Doctors of Social Work. We are gathering here to celebrate your wonderful achievements. You are graduating from one of the best schools of social work in the US, and as Caitlin said, we're heading to #1, just a matter of time. And you're also graduating from one of the best and most prestigious Jesuit universities. The former Superior General of the Society of Jesus, Father Kollenbach, once said that, quote, "The real measure of Jesuit universities lies in who our students become." I hope that your time at BC provided you with experiences that touched your heart and challenged your mind to change. as well as with opportunities to get personally involved with the injustices that others suffer, as such experiences and such involvement turn out to be catalysts for solidarity. But let me step back for just a second. Amidst all the excitement and happiness, we first ought to recognize the horrific events that happened at the Boston Marathon just 5 weeks ago. In honor of the victims and survivors of this terrible act of violence, we embrace the suggestion of a graduating student, Sarah Vaskichevich, to wear Boston Strong ribbons. The tragedy taught us once again to hold on to our loved ones, to cherish our friends, to help out people in need, and to welcome those who are new to our communities. In solidarity with everyone who has been affected by the bombings, may I just ask for a short moment of silence. Join the worldwide community of professional social workers, a community that recognizes excellence among peers and therefore will welcome your skills and your compassion. You most likely did not choose the social work profession to make a lot of money. No, you chose it because this noble profession, you wanted to be a voice for the vulnerable, the marginalized, and the forgotten. In your fight for social justice, be assured that you can count on the support of the GSSW family, a community of over 6,000 graduates worldwide. We will always be here for you. Never hesitate to get in touch with us. We are here to support your ambitions and endeavors. Today, we welcome your families and friends to join us in celebrating your achievements. So, dear husbands, wives, partners, children, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends, we welcome you to celebrate with us this day of joy. Thank you for all the support given to your graduate. I said these words 9 years ago at commencement, and a student came to me afterwards the ceremony and said she really liked what I said, but it would even be better if it was also given in Spanish, so that her parents, who came from Central America, would understand what I was saying. Estimados esposos, esposas, compañeros, hijos, padres, abuelos, parientes y amigos, son bienvenidos a celebrar con nosotros este feliz día. Gracias por todo el apoyo que le han brindado a su graduado. Then a year later, another student came up and asked me if I could welcome his relatives in French. Cher mari, épouse, compagnon, enfants, parents, grands-parents, proches et amis, bienvenue à toutes et à tous pour célébrer avec nous cette journée de fête. Merci pour tout le soutien donné à votre diplômé. I'll stop right there. We all know that and appreciate that our graduates have had a lot of support from outside the school in becoming what they are today. Therefore, I would like to ask all the families and friends of our graduates to stand and be recognized by them for all that you have contributed. Please stand. Thank you. Class of 2013, congratulations again, and my very best wishes for an exciting and rewarding professional career.
I'd like to now introduce Cheryl Snyder of the Graduate School Social Work Alumni Board, who will extend greetings on behalf of the 6,000 alumni of the school.
Hi, welcome everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you and congratulate you as you join the 6,000 current Graduate School of Social Work alumni in working to promote social justice and equity for individuals and communities throughout the world. Congratulations on a job well done. Woo-hoo! So on behalf of the Alumni Association, I want to tell you that we need you. Our world is a changing and evolving place, and we need more than ever your skills, your compassion, your optimism, your innovation, and your ideas to address challenges we can't even begin to envision. We need you to address these and respond to them with empathy and leadership and skill. We need you to ask, what problem are we trying to solve, and solve that problem. We need you to involve the clients and the people directly impacted in the solutions. And we need you not to say no just because there isn't enough tax dollars to go around, because there are if we make them. I want to remind you, in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, that it is the action, not the fruit of the action, that's important. You have to do the right thing. It may not be in your power, it may not be in your time that there'll be any fruit, but that doesn't mean you should stop doing the right thing. You may never know what results come from your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. And while you're off doing this great business and this great help to our society and our world, I want to let you know that in fact we are all here. The school has always been here for us alumni, the faculty, the dean, all of the other students, and the Alumni Association as well, and the support that we get.
Surprise. As the graduates know, but our guests may not, our classes consist of 13 sessions. Knowing how passionate I am about how fundamental policy and social justice are for effective social work practice, I am so grateful for the Dean for suggesting that I transform today's celebration into a session 14 on policy. Because as my health and mental health policy students know, there was only so much I could cover in that one PowerPoint slide on the history of Medicaid and Medicare. I'm just kidding. I am your keynote speaker today. To the Dean, Associate Dean, faculty, family, and friends, but most important to you, it is a privilege to stand with you today. Social work is a humbling, honorable, and impactful profession to individuals, families, communities, and our society. Welcome to our collective community and to the professional journey that lies ahead. We are a helping profession, but what sets us apart from others is our unique lens of examining challenges, from the individual to the societal, from the psychological to the political. Our lens is constructed on an interrelated system of values, theory, and practice, regardless of whether you practice at the micro, meso, or macro level. And the reality is that our levels of practice overlap and influence each other. That is social work. Social work practice and social justice roots run deep. Dating back to the 1870s, charity organization societies were first created to address individual and family issues, one person, one family at a time, while also creating sustainable systems of self-help and mutual aid.
Jessica Daggett. Jenna L. D'Amato. Juliana DeMello Margarita. Courtney Morgan DeGemis. Daniela De Laurentiis. Samantha R. Deutsch. Leah Kathleen Driscoll. Ruth Lorraine Dugas.